Hey y'all, Frostybros here with something new I'm going to try. This is the first episode of Frostybros Gaming Memories. And episode 1 will be about something I just learned about. The death of the PlayStation 2. No longer going to be produced after 12 plus some years. Alpha Omega Sin's got a video on it, and he's got the news article in his description. I'll put a link to his video, and I'll probably link this video to his. So, episode 1, Frostybros Gaming Memories. I've never had this Slim. This is my second PlayStation 2. I didn't pick it up on launch. A little dirty because I haven't played it since I got the PS3. Anyways, I mean, this thing is freaking heavy. Forgot how heavy this beast was. But yes, I never actually did do it on the side like this because I had too many friends when they got it when it first came out that theirs went to crap because the door stopped working because I guess the weight of the, I don't know. But so I never did put it on the side. I always had it like this. I bought this blue thing extra. I don't know why I bought it, to tell you the truth. But I did get it when I first got my PlayStation 2. Got my first PlayStation 2 right around Grand Theft Auto 3, I want to say. Let's see when this was released here. That's my small PlayStation 2 collection right there. Nowhere near Alpha Omega Sins. He's got like an entire giant bookshelf filled with them. 2001. Yeah. So I got it around the time of this game was going to be released. Actually, I think this might have not been my first game. To tell you the truth, I can't remember what my first game was for the system. And I don't have some of the games I originally had, like Bouncer, which Alpha Omega Sin mentions, which is a really cool game. It's like basically playing a movie. Oh, this is very uncomfortable here. Here we go. So yes, my first PlayStation 2, I picked it up when it was $300 still, $299.99, and I went to a store called Best Buy, which you guys might have, Best Buy, and I picked up I paid extra $50 for the, or maybe it was $30 back then, for the warranty, the extended warranty, through them, which was a good thing because my first PlayStation 2 I burnt out using it as a DVD player because it was my first DVD player, so I bought a game when I first got it and a couple of cheap DVDs that I wanted to watch, and then I just kept buying DVDs for it before I even bought more games. I think I had like 2 games when it burned out because I just rented games all the time. Well, and I had the demo discs. I also signed up for the PlayStation. Actually, I was signed up for the PlayStation magazine at the time, and you know, if you remember, they came with a demo disc. Originally, it was just for PS1 games. Then the PS1 games turned into having also videos for PlayStation 2 games when it was getting closer to release. Then it was all PlayStation 2. So, watching those videos and playing those demos on here, and burnt out my first PlayStation 2. I watched DVDs like constantly on it. I got to rent DVDs. I probably spent on my days off doing nothing but watching DVDs if I wasn't hanging out with friends on this thing, and yeah, I eventually burnt it out. But because I paid for the warranty when it was $300, and by the time it burnt out it was $250, I was able to get an extra $50 towards more games. Also, because of the backwards compatibility, I researched it before I got it. I ran out so I could get a game with the system because I only had $300. I sold a couple PlayStation 1 games and my PlayStation 1 because back then you could get like $50 for it or something like that used because it was still a pretty big system back then. Now you're lucky to get $6 used for it. But yeah, and I had the PS1 Slim back then, which I don't have again to this day. I own two PlayStation 1s. One's broken and one works, and then I have this. This is my second one. I have had 3 of these because I bought that PlayStation 2 lot, if you remember that video from a friend. That might be the PlayStation 2 from him, though. I'm not remembering. Anyways, so yeah, I ran out, got the system. I'm pretty sure Grand Theft Auto 3 was my first game because I saw previews for it on those PlayStation demo discs. And oh my god, did that blow my mind. Running around, just killing and destroying everything. Blowing up vehicles, racing, doing missions. That game... Let's break this sucker out then. This game is what really got me into PS2. It's a great... This game was just awesome. It took me a while to beat it, actually, because once I finally opened up everything, all I did is mess around in it and see what weird stuff I could find. Like, my friend figured out how to fly the wingless plane. And, yeah. And then, of course, then they came out with Vice City, and then the game that was huge, San Andreas. But there's so many other good series on here. I mean, God of War, I played later in the PlayStation 2's life, but still a great game. I had Bouncer, Devil May Cry. I wasn't a big fan of Part 2, though, and a lot of my friends weren't a big fan of Part 2. Yeah, excuse me. And then a thing that I found out really fun with this system, and I know they were also on Xbox, but I never owned Xbox, so any of my gaming memories from that era is all PlayStation 2, because Xbox to me, I thought, well, it's just a glorified freaking computer, in my opinion, back when it came out. But we had the first way to play a game without a normal controller. You had a guitar controller, Guitar Hero, started a whole genre of music games based around the actual instruments. We had the Dance Dance Revolution games. We had the first true kids game that was fun for all ages, Lego Star Wars, based on the first three, the prequel trilogy. We had better looking sports games like the Maddens. My first experience with a really fun Star Wars game was Battlefront 2. I played this actually before the first one. Battlefront 2 there. I'm trying to think of some other games. The Dynasty Warriors series was really good. Dynasty Warriors 6, shout out to you. And then another thing that I found really cool with this system, if I can get it out here. I know I can't because I got games that I don't have covers for here, was the anthology games that they came out with. They had the Activision style racers I own. They had 3 Midway arcade treasures, which I own 2 of them on the GameCube instead. The Capcom Classics collection, a bunch of old arcade games ported to the system. They had Tatio Legends 1 and 2, Sega Genesis collection, which that's why I'm kind of skeptical of buying it for the PlayStation 3 is, yes, there's trophies and stuff, but you know what? Pretty much this is the same game, just not in HD. But then I remember too that it was backwards compatible, and then actually a bad thing about this version of the PlayStation 2 is sometimes this one would not play some of the PlayStation 1 games, and I remember some of the later slim PS2s would not play some of the, let's see if I can find the game here, would not play the Blue Disc PlayStation 2 games. This is what they looked like when they first came out. Then they just started looking like DVDs. But yeah, that was such a great system when it came out. I mean, for people that could only afford either a DVD player or a video game system, you would go for the PlayStation 2 because you'd get your DVD player along with it. So many good memories and games. I'm trying to think of other games that I used to own. I remember beating Metal Gear Solid 2 on it. That was really fun. Another good memory was playing the demo on one of those PlayStation Magazine demo discs for Final Fantasy X, and then going to a friend's house and having a sleepover and like, let's go rent a PlayStation 2 game. We go to the rental place, and this game wasn't supposed to be out until for another 2 months. And our local rental place had a copy of this for rent, and we were like, and we grabbed it and stayed up until like 3 o'clock in the morning taking turns playing this game. I actually personally, and you're all going to hate me on this one, I know it, I love the graphics, I like the storyline, I like the gaming, but the sphere grid just ticked me off. Spending hours fighting just to move one freaking goddamn move on the sphere grid to maybe get 1 point more to your defense or something, just kind of annoy me. Maybe it's because I'm just a retro RPGer. If it doesn't, when you level up, get everything and maybe learn new spells or something, I just can't get into them. Why the heck is my dang mouth never moving with my voice in these videos lately? Well, maybe it's my laptop's freaking camera. But so many series were rebooted for the PlayStation 2, like Rygar. I actually have it with the special weird moving cover. Ninja Gaiden was revamped. Contra was revamped. Castlevania was revamped. The adult-oriented games was revamped with God of War because they had titties and everything in there. Yeah, go titties. Titties. Another game that I played all the way through and even beat it with Dante, actually, or with Dristu Erden, was Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance. I still never did beat the Trials. It just was a very, very fun system. It always will be. The Mega Man Anniversary Collection was awesome to come out with. If you didn't have a Nintendo anymore and you didn't feel like emulating anything, here's all the Mega Man games that were released, plus extra stuff. Only one problem: once you start a game, you have to beat it before you can play a different game. That's my main problem with that one. And then, obviously, if you were a Sega fan back in the day and you didn't have Genesis, you could get Sonic Mega Collection Plus here, which I don't know if this one, I haven't actually played this one yet, but I heard this one is not like the Mega Man one where you can play all the games whenever you feel like it. Just an outrageous fun system. To this day, I think the best Tony Hawk game came out originally on this system. This game I played the crap out of. Beat like everything in it too, without cheating and everything on it. Beat the crap out of that game. Just so many games. So many games. Better first-person shooters, graphic-wise. We've had the dawn of better Medal of Honor games, Call of Duty. A lot of World War II first-person shooters on the system, though. What else can I say about it? I'm running out of words here. This is totally unscripted. This is off the wall. Yay. For the PlayStation 2, 2 thumbs up. Pretty much, like I said, backwards compatible was a new thing at the time. No other system did that, really. Yeah, no system did that at the time, actually. That PlayStation 2 was the first backwards compatible system. You could sell out the PlayStation 1 and still have fun playing all the games and not need it. And my all-time favorite thing about it, well, I'm going to show my PlayStation 3 controller because it doesn't have a cord attached to it. But there we go. PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3. Pretty much same controller design. One of the best controller designs I think ever made for any system. N64, probably the worst in my opinion. Can't stand that controller. So I don't really collect for that system anymore. Even if I find games, unless it's a really rare game, I'm not going to buy it. One of the best controllers ever made. The analog started with PlayStation 1 and they ported it over to the PlayStation 2 and kept it going. Just all around, holy moly, 13 minutes. Anyways, so this is Frostybros Gaming Memories, Episode 1. Comment, subscribe below. Video response, make a video response on anything. I'll 99% approve it so everybody else can see it. If you want to do a video response to mine or Alpha Mega Sans, do that, because he has a really good video on the end of the PlayStation 2's production. But yes, very, very great system, very fun. I really don't have any fighters for this system. I would love to own the Capcom versus Marvel ones or whatever, but great, great system. Let me know what you think. Memories. I want to hear other memories of the PlayStation 2 when you first got it. Rented so many games for it. I wish I still had some of the games that I had back in the day, because I had Disgaea 1, or I had whatever Disgaea 1 it was, because I really liked the tactic style games. And I'm out of words to say, so I'm going to let you go. Frostybros Gaming Memories Episode 1 is over. If I get a good enough response, I will do more. And not just on systems, I'll do it on special games too that hold a lot to me for retrospectives, or not retrospectives of what am I trying to think of here? Holds a lot of memories for me. Let's just put it that way. So yes, good enough response. I will keep this new show going. Otherwise, this will be the only episode. So let's see what happens here. It's all up to you guys out there. Keep watching, and RIP PlayStation 2. Oh wait, it's supposed to be the right hand.